Good morning, Inam. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yes, doing well, doing well.
Great.
Just, yes. You can see almost similar to you to me today. I am.
Good.
Yeah,
Actually,
my audio is clear to you, right?
yes, very clear. Actually, my internet is slow from yesterday, so I changed location
Okay, 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 fine.
to get better signal.
Perfect. So I'm just waiting for others to join, and let's
Right,
wait for
right.
5 minutes,
Okay,
Inam,
sure.
because I just
Yeah,
came from other session. So
right, right.
we can just meet 10:34. Yeah, after 5 minutes we
Okay.
can meet up.
No problem. No.
Let's wait. Today, the
Okay.
session is all about, there is no content to discuss. We are just
Okay.
discussing on the research papers, the work I have shared to you. I
Yes, right.
think, have you done something on it, Inam?
Yes, right, right.
A research paper designing?
Yeah,
Very good, very good,
I
very
have
good.
written, we can say 60 to 70%, and I will send you later on
Okay,
for
now we
your.
are going to discuss, yeah, the same thing you can share in the screen, okay? When
Yes,
the
okay,
session
sure.
starts. Very good, very good, very good.
Okay.
Happy for that.
Okay.
Inam, can you hear me, Inam?
Yes, sir, I can hear.
Perfect, perfect. Today morning, I think, yes, Bala and Shashikumar informed me their absence. They are busy with some works and they'll be joining sometime in between our session. And yes, Bala Pillai is already in the native place in India. Every time he makes sure that he's present in the sessions, but this time he's busy with something. So today I expect very lesser attendance. Anyway, the task already we have completed with all the modules. Now the 2 assignments are pending, just waiting for others to complete the assignments and submit it. You'll be getting very fast all remaining assignments to complete it. Inam is successfully completed all the assignments, right? You're on perfectly
Yes,
on
yes,
progress. Yeah, yes, even though you missed some sessions, but you are
yes,
on it, yeah, which means you're
yeah,
submitting that you are meeting
that's
deadlines well.
right,
Thank you for that. So,
right.
uh, two concept. I don't remember whether you have knowledge about, like whether I have discussed the same topics before. Two concept I want to discuss later. We'll move into directly to our discussion. You remember internal locus of control and external locus of control. In the organizational politics, we discuss this term, internal locus of control and external locus of control. Can you please tell me what it is? After a small research, you can search about it.
Okay,
It is
okay,
the
okay.
term is internal locus of control and external locus of control. Okay, Inam, have you got any points?
Yes, in context of organization, internal locus of control mean uh, leadership style, commitment, motivation, resilience, and actually depending on the internal strengths as a source of motivation. And external locus of control simply means that there is no internal motivation, and external factors are considered, such as regulatory controls or external motivation resources or leadership style or behaviors that will enforce the organization to behave in such a way.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your idea. Internal locus of control, the organizational point of view, you explained it. Personal point of view, actually, this term comes in relating to organizational politics. But if we are connecting with the personal life, internal locus of control, whatever happens, we blame ourselves. Whatever happens in our life, we say, okay, it's a mistake of me, or because of me, it happened, positively or negatively, whatever it is. But if it is external locus of control, we blame outsiders and telling that it happened just because of you. I mean, outsiders. We are not telling us, we're telling outsiders, the people, the CEO, managers. Not being an individual, we are not blaming ourselves because the action is being created by ourselves, but simply randomly blaming others. That is the external locus of control. Personally, you could see the people who are working in the organization, the similar viewpoints. Whatever happens, if they blame themselves, they are very successful in their life. They are progressing their life. They are moving ahead because they know where it happened. They believe like this. You know, uh, like life is uh, what we are creating ourselves.
Right.
It's all
Sure.
about destiny. There is no word destiny. We are creating our own fortune and unfortune. They believe in that. Or
Right.
we are digging our own graves. We also can say like this. So
That's
we
true.
have to believe in that same way. That's why I thought to discuss the same internal locus of control and external locus of control. The people who believe in that external, they are unsuccessful sometimes because they don't want to progress themselves. They don't want to
Right.
see
Right.
and introspect themselves what's problem they're having. This is all about. Now, before they're coming, you can share your work, what all you have
Yes, right.
written.
1 second, please.
This is only a practicing stage before we
Yes,
head
right.
up to a research, I mean, this is writing.
Right, right. You can see my screen.
Yes, yes, but not from the first page. Yes. Very good.
Actually, before my career, I give you the background for this. I
Perfect.
started a career as uh, plant operator. Okay. I worked from 97 to 2008 in Saudi Arabia, and from 2008 I came to Qatar Gas here in Qatar. Qatar Gas is the largest oil and gas company and making highest production of liquefied natural gas.
Yes.
Anyhow, then I tried to change my career and I started to study so I started to study first of all in safety. So I did MSc Occupational Health and Safety, then International Diploma from UK called NEBOSH Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety. And then from US, I did Certified Safety Professional. But I continued my same job. Meanwhile, I did again Bachelor's of Engineering from UK and then MS from the UK in Chemical Engineering. So I have then also I did project management professional and MBA in project management and project management professional.
A lot of
PMP exam also. A
certification you
lot of
have.
stuff, a lot of stuff getting, but my job remains same. So in this context, I was writing that integration of principles of process safety and occupational safety. We all talk
Speaking
about
speaking of your MS, that
yeah,
is you have done from UK, it's regular or online?
online. Online.
Okay,
This
okay, got it.
University of Strathclyde actually did launch the program on the request of BP, British Petroleum, that their
Uh-huh.
offshore platforms, the people want to study and the BP will sponsor those people
Oh, great,
for
great.
chemical engineering and also the advanced master in chemical engineering.
Great.
Later on, they spread this program to all over the world, and the British Council, they instead of offshore platforms, you can select British Council as exam centers. And it is created by all ministries of education in Qatar, UAE, or Saudi Arabia, Oman. And it is same program actually for regular class as well. There is no difference that you are a distance learning student or you are a regular student. Same exam, paper, hard copy, you have to go British Council. And also in the degree, it is not mentioned. So after Bachelor of Chemical Engineering, they asked me if you want to continue. This is a 3-year program for a Master in Chemical Engineering. So I completed last year. So now, in both all industries, there is always 2 separate departments. One department is dealing the process safety management. It has its own standards, own rules and regulations. And then other department is taking care of general health and safety. It's normally called occupational health and safety. So I want to integrate both concepts and management of both. So this is the center point of this paper. So in abstract, I mentioned that there were several incidents in the world, in simple words, due to process safety events and also due to occupational health and safety. Maybe we can say the process safety, the purpose of process safety is to protect the release of large amount of hydrocarbons, explosion, fires, such kind of things. Occupational health and safety focuses on individual safety while doing at the work. So another thing that these all major hazards
Just
the
a second.
accidents.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Can I read it abstract?
Yes.
So this paper seeks to establish the significance of integrating process safety management and occupational safety within industrial environments, especially those involving hazardous operations. This way, by adopting unified approach, organization can establish, maintain the highest standard of process safety, occupational safety, protecting people, plants, and environment. Increased complexity, extensive risk, while activities including annual shutdown, turnaround require specific approach. This paper provides a practical guidance, recommendations, and practical steps to ensure protection and reduce the risk significantly in normal operations as well as hazardous operations such as annual shutdown and turnaround. Very good. Very good. We wanted to add some more points in the abstract, but no problem. You are on
Yeah.
track line or you are on the progress itself. Very good. Very good. So integration of principal process safety and occupational safety. That's the 2 things you wanted to highlight as a keyword. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. Yes, please.
So discussion. Process safety focuses on prevention of major incidents, as I simplifiedly mentioned, such as fire, explosion, toxic release that could result from failure of process, equipment, and procedures. The primary focus on preventing and controlling conditions that could release toxic hazardous materials and may lead to catastrophe. This is the actual purpose of process safety. On the other hand, the occupational health and safety deals with the prevention of injuries and illness resulting from workplace hazards and risks. It mainly focuses on fall protection, slips and trips, temperature, lighting, noise, ergonomics, and such kind of issues. In normal industrial schemes, both departments work in parallel. Integrating process safety and occupational safety will help in recognizing the interdependencies between the two and implementing measures that address both aspects comprehensively. It will also enhance its synergy effect and better use of skills and competence of teams involved. The writer, based on his experience and observations, recorded major causes of industrial events and provided simplified practical solutions to eliminate root causes of such occurrences. So here I actually selected 6 to 7 topics. Still, I did not put bullet numbers. First of all is contractor safety management, quick view. So here in context of contractors, I mentioned what are the challenges. So I enlisted the challenges. And then strategies to mitigate these challenges. And then next is zero energy demonstration. Zero energy demonstration means when you are doing a maintenance on some equipment. For example, you have large petroleum tank or LPG tank or some kind of equipment, and you are handing it over for maintenance. But many incidents happen. For example, you are working on electrical equipment, but it's not isolated, and people start maintenance, and this equipment certainly get energized, and people got electrocuted. So this is purpose of zero energy demonstration. Many incidents, all of the industry in the world happen due to this problem. So I mentioned the challenges here. This is the topic number 2. And then I provided best practices from the literature as well, and from my experience in different companies as well. The third, in my experience, is the confined space entry. Confined space entry means you are working in the foreign gains from maybe the lube oil, any oil storage tank, or any distillation column, or any sieve, or any silo, such kind of things. One very sad incident happened before in our company. We were in Saudi Arabia, and there is one young Saudi mechanical inspection engineer. Okay. So night time turnaround was going on. It was 25 or 30 days turnaround. Night time around 7 o'clock, his wife called.
The Saudi guy, what you said last?
So turnaround. Yeah, he was working he was young inspection engineer.
Okay.
So we were working in an annual shutdown it was supposed to be like 25 to 30 days maintenance plan. Around night time, 7 o'clock, his wife called that let's say his name Ahmed. He did not come to home. She called in the main control room of the company. The main control room head of the shift said, maybe he's on the way, maybe he got to some friend, or maybe it's car problem. Wait, he will come. Because in the shutdowns and such kind of things, people are working from 6 to 6 or 7 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
Again, after 1 hour, she called. They gave same response. Again, after 1 hour, she called. Then they become alert. They check the security systems, and they found this van is still in the plant. And they start searching here and there because many distillation column, many vessel, many equipments, many piping is open. They try to search his work. This all emergency declared, all managers, all crisis management activated, everybody reached in the plant. And finally, they found him dead in one of the distillation column.
Oh.
What happened actually, this distillation column was under maintenance, and it was properly isolated, ventilated, clear out of the toxic materials, and all the procedures completed. So morning 8 o'clock, they had a meeting and discussed that something inspection related pending. So this need to be completed. This gentleman, he did not obtain any permit to work. He did not inform the area supervisor. He just left the meeting and went inside the corner. What happened last night, as they declare job is completed, they close the work permit and they normalize the equipment. So there was oxygen efficiency, and maybe some already they introduced toxic materials, whatever. So he went and died immediately. So this is the background. Many incidents reported to confined space management. People enter inside the confined space without either the authority, or either this confined space was not prepared, or some another hazard is created during the activity inside the confined space. For example, LPG tank, it is there, and some people going inside to make welding. But this LPG tank was not properly ventilated. So what happened when they start welding, immediately explosion happened. Oh. And it may, many people can die, and it can destroy adjacent several tanks. Many incidents happen like this. So the idea for this point is this one. So again, I enlisted the hazards here. What are the hazards related to confined space? What are the challenges? And what are the solutions which I propose here? Different solutions. Then another important incident item is the pyrophoric materials. Pyrophoric materials actually, when we have hydrocarbons, oil refineries, and oil and gas plants, and this from offshore material is coming, like if it is gas coming or crude oil coming, it has also sulfur inside. Maybe 2%, 5%. Like Hosni gas field in Abu Dhabi is the highest. It has maybe 16% of H2S, hydrogen
Okay.
sulfide, coming with the gas. In my company, Qatar Gas, we have maybe 2 to 3%. It's very toxic. So what it is doing, it is reacting with iron and making iron sulfide. Now this iron sulfide, if you keep outside in the atmosphere, it will burn by itself. So when the plants are running, it is in the piping, it is in the systems and vessels, because there is no oxygen, it will not catch fire. And there
Yes.
are systems, sulfur recovery plants are there, so they will handle it. But
In
when,
between, can you copy the title of your research paper and just paste in the chat box? Can you please do that?
okay, so title of the,
Yes. Only the topic. Yes, yes, yes.
okay,
It will be good
there is
for
the chat.
everyone to refer it later as well, because everyone will go for recordings.
Yeah,
The lucky
yes,
part is for you. Mostly you
yeah,
used to see the recordings of other people who are attending the
yes,
session,
right,
but this
yes.
time everybody is going to see your recordings. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Let me see this. Okay, we can continue discussion now.
Okay. So this happened. It also caused major fire in my company as well one time, the pyrophoric materials. So one of the big vessel was emptied out, clear, purge, steaming, washing, and people working inside. But there is, as you know, it becomes like scale, layer of the pyrophoric materials, and they store outside. Although it was in the labeled drums or barrels, it got fire.
Mm.
And 2, 3 workers got injured. But luckily, due to quick response,
Okay.
it was mitigated. But it is always a major hazard in all the oil and gas plants and the refineries. So it is causing worldwide many incidents. So here I mentioned the risks that pyrophoric material can be the piping system, tanks, filters, and strainers. And what are the challenges? That it can cause ignition anytime. And they are always hidden because it is like scale. When you need to clean, and this pyrophoric dust will come and it will ignite
Yes.
immediately. So the solutions I provided according to the literature and my experience and engineering guidelines is the identification and risk assessment. Whenever you are planning a job, include this risk in your main risk assessment. And then permit related systems and so on. Furthermore, also the handling, we know that if there is pyrophoric material, we handle it in a controlled fashion. We assess the quantity and how we'll store it and so on. We will make inerting and blanketing so that it will not get oxygen for ignition. Also, there are procedures that you store this material in the barrels or containers filled of water. So there is no risk for fire, and people should be given special PPE, fire-resistant gloves, suits, and so on, and labeling of the tanks and containers which have this material, store as special location, and also disposal. Also, we have in our company very robust waste disposal management procedure, and they specially people are assigned for this. They took all because we have huge quantity of such materials, and they burn it in incinerators with special care and training of the people. So these are the main points. I always use Zotero for these references.
Which one? Which one?
This is the Zotero software.
Okay. For the
This is
referencing.
a big, yeah, our university before told us to use Zotero. And also then at the end of the paper, it creates automatically references, which you have used earlier. Earlier, I was using Mendeley, but the problem with the
Mentally,
Mendeley
it's
is that web page you
little
cannot edit.
distracting.
Yeah, web page you cannot edit, but the Zotero is adding the web pages as well. Immediately, if you can see here, and for example, Chrome, how can I make it down?
I have used mentally.
Sure, yeah.
I also attended some workshop related to
Yeah.
Zotero. I didn't use it yet. If you can share the ideas of
Yeah.
Zotero, it will be beneficial for others as well then.
Yeah. The good thing is Zotero, for example, I open like this paraphoric material page, okay? You can see my screen. So it has Chrome application. You can use directly in the Zotero connector, it will add it there. Immediately it will add this page to Zotero. So you later on, when you cite, for example, here, it will come here.
Just a minute. Let's welcome Bala. Bala said he was busy with his work and he will be joining after some time. He joined it here. Bala, good morning, Bala.
Yeah. Thank you. Fine.
Bala,
Good
now
morning.
we started with a small concept and the external internal locus of control. And now we are discussing the paper, the research paper he has framed. I mean, yes, Inam has framed on the basis of his interested topic that is all about occupational safety and other safety related. So this paper already discussed in that. So the paper name is already written here in the chat box: Integration of Principles of Process Safety and Occupational Safety in the Hazardous Operations in Large Scale Plants. That was a topic he written. And he also discussed this paper here. And now he also using Zotero as a software to use is referencing. It's very good for us as well. And we have used Mendeley, and he is explaining that way he has used Zotero. Please do that, Inam. Will be beneficial for everyone.
Zotero, yes, actually our university advised during our research paper and thesis. Here you can make different folders as well. For example, my assignment 1, 2, 3, I added all these resources here. Assignment 2, especially too many resources here. And it has some limitation for the storage also. Actually, good thing here, you can research, upload any research paper here. Upload it and it will give itself the writer name, the title of the paper, for example. Here already 1 minute, I will show you the store paper.
We're not able to see anything except your screen, and that is about your paper. That's only we can see now.
Okay. Sorry,
you can stop sharing it and you can start with the screen where you are right now under Zotero.
Okay, one second.
Yes.
You can see?
Yeah, yes.
So here you can make several folders for each assignment like I made. And this is for this publication. The good thing here, you can upload the paper here itself. You can upload any paper, for example, this paper. Then automatically it will create a reference for you. The name of the writer, title, all kind of details. It will.
What all referencing style we need, we have to specify that, right? For example, APA format we want, Chicago style we want, or Harvard reference style. Every reference style they will be providing to us. Yes, it's like a Mendeley itself, but somewhat little easier.
It is easier, and the web page, it is easy to add inside because it has its own extension. If you open any web page and add in the Zotero, it will create its self reference for you. So there is no need to copy paste here and there and adjust.
Very
this
good,
is
very
good.
good. Very
More
good.
user-friendly than Mendeley. Also, I use Mendeley, but especially for web pages, it is making problem.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, you have discussed your paper. I don't know, Bala, you have done something on your research paper out of your busy schedule?
Yeah.
Bala?
Actually, I have after two assignments, I think you asked us to prepare one skeleton, like myself and Pillai, we did that.
Yes.
I'm going to do the same. I'm
Oh,
continuing.
no problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. You can share it that here. Before that, I wanted to highlight Kaleem, Inam can just write down how your paper should be. You have now the points. Can you scroll down from the top to the bottom slowly, because Bala also will be getting some idea what you have written. Okay,
You are
slowly.
watching this, you are watching Zotero.
Yeah,
You are
now,
watching this.
now we are seeing your research paper. So
Okay.
everybody will be getting some idea that what I'm going to give you some idea insights how to be a structured paper. So you have written principle, process safety and occupational safety is your major keywords. Yeah, hazards also is the shutdown is the large scale plans are also is a, you have written your abstract, then you can go down, then directly start with the discussion, right? I will tell you how you can start with the research paper. Discussion you started, then come down, scroll down. Then what are the parameters that you comes and discussion? This and
These,
you, yeah.
this is one of the heading.
This is contractor safety management is one of the heading.
Yes.
Let's see. You
Yes.
can scroll down. And very importantly, the picture that you had added is not accepted in the research paper. It's a very general paper, general picture.
Yes.
Even if you are adding any picture, you have to show, you have to add the sources as well. Okay,
So, yes,
you have mentioned the challenges here. Very important points, that is a major contributions, but I will tell you where you can write it. Okay.
Okay.
Come down, come down.
So these are challenges, and then these are the solutions.
Strategy is another very important part. That is a major things of your paper. You wanted to bring some strategy for effectiveness in the safety management. Yes. So this is a major part. Yeah. This part we will have to write in another sessions. Okay, scroll down.
Okay. Then we come to another topic called zero energy demonstration.
Okay, perfect. You can just come down,
And then similarly challenges here.
Yes.
These are the challenges. And then we come to the best practices. Best practices are strategies or solution. So these are the solutions. And third topic is confined space.
Yes.
And this introduction. And then these are challenges.
Okay.
These are challenges. And then again, solutions or strategies, whatever we will decide the name. And the next topic is pyrophoric materials. Similarly, short introduction and what are the challenges here.
Okay.
And then the solution of these challenges.
Okay. Then you finally concluded.
Yes, then finally this short conclusion, but we can expand it.
Okay, fine. So now what I'm going to tell you, your major keywords are safety, occupational safety.
Process safety, hazard,
yes. Okay, so this is all together like integration of principles of process safety and occupational safety in hazardous operation. So if you're taking any research paper, I think you are audible to me, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. So if you're taking any journal, it can be Emerald Journal, Sage Publications, Taylor and Francis. There's a typical research structure. So if you're talking about Emerald Journal or any journals, so the structure can be depend upon the journal, no problem. But a typical structure is that should be there for every research paper. So starting from a title should be very concise and informative title. It must resonate, reflect the content of the paper. So for your research topic, It's resonate with everything. Your research title is fine. Okay, hope it is clear.
Okay.
You got my point. Firstly, title
Just got it.
should reflect your entire research paper. You already talked about principal safety, occupation safety, in where it should be, and which area you are taking. That has been clearly mentioned. So next is abstract. In the abstract, what is missing, I can tell you. You mentioned what is your investigating. Yeah, what is your investigating?
That's
You
right.
mention it, but you didn't mention the methodology that you're going to do.
Okay. Okay.
Methodology means what methodology you're following. You're not directly going in the plant and you are asking to the people. You're not doing that. You are taking the
That's right.
secondary paper, and different websites you're referring, and your experience is also you're adding into that. Yeah. So your methodology
Yes,
is
sir.
all about your personal observation, the first one. Yeah. And the
Okay.
second
Yes,
one
sir.
is you are using secondary databases. It can be research papers published in the same field. Okay. In the abstract, you have to write it. Please note it down, these things.
Okay.
You have to
Okay.
write a summary of your research that you have written already, and your research objectives you must write. Then methodology, key methodology that you need to mention. It is all about 150 to 250 words. Key findings and implications. Key
Right.
findings means, already abstract is all about the summary of your research paper. So already you
Right. Right.
found out very important findings, and one or two findings you can write. On one findings itself is enough, or two findings maximum you can write, one of the important findings. Then you have to write the implications. Implication means what is the practical application of your research paper. That is already you have mentioned a little bit, that through your research paper, what you are contributing is the strategy to reduce the hazardous situation in the workplace. Yeah, first thing.
That's right.
And you
Right.
wanted to bring some strategy to improve the workspace, like
Right.
safety related things. That also you can mention. What's the application? Who can
Okay.
benefit it? And the
Okay.
keywords, 4 to 6 keywords must be there. That already you mentioned there. That is also good. So what all the thing you should highlight in the abstract it is your summary of your research objective, methodology, key findings, and implications. Hope it is clear.
Okay. Okay.
And
Clear.
introduction. Firstly, you started with what? Firstly, what you started with? Discussion, right?
Right. Yeah.
Discussion should be from the last.
Okay.
You should start with the introduction. There must be an introduction. I'll be sharing you some papers at the end of the session. So
Okay.
let's see whether Bala has written the same procedure or not. So introduction, you have to write a small
Okay.
extra analysis of your paper, a research background you need to write. You have to introduce your research topic once again there. And importance of your study you have to mention there in the introduction. Okay, the first heading is
Okay.
introduction. If I am numbering,
Right.
first is title. Okay, one is title.
Right.
Second is abstract. Third is your
Okay.
introduction. Your introduction, you have to write a small research background showing, highlighting the importance of your study. And second one is under the introduction, you have to focus on your research problem. Clearly state the research problem or the research questions. What is your research question? Whether the safety and occupational
Right.
safety matching together, or is still prevalent, or is any high alarmingly increasing this problem in these setups? Because I'm not that much concerned with this principal safety
Yeah.
and all. I didn't read it before. That's
Yeah.
why. So you have to
Yeah.
write a research problem over there. You have to frame a research
Okay.
problem. Then you have to mention again your research objectives. Obviously, you'll be having 3 or 2 or 4 minimum research objectives. Yeah. The first objective
Yes, sir.
already mentioned, you want to investigate the prevailing situation. Second one, you want to provide amicable solutions, strategies for the presently prevailing problem. It can be a research objectives. Hope it
Yes,
is
sir.
clear. Then you have to
Yes, sir.
mention your significance of your study. Significance and importance are same. but you have to mention, discuss the significance, contribution of the research to the field. Academically, what you are contributing, and in the business, what you are contributing, you have to mention very clearly. Hope it is clear. Under the introduction, research background, research problem, research objectives, research significance, and you have to give a small structure of your paper under the introduction. Finally, you have to briefly outline how you are going to structure your paper entirely. You will be mentioning, like, you are starting with research question, your research problems, and etc. Next part is all about literature review. You're analyzing the paper, you're discussing the certain different parameters, finally bringing the conclusions and recommendations, then ending up the paper. That's also you will be mentioning under the introduction. So what all the things, Inam will be looking in the under the introduction, please, can you please tell me?
The introduction, first of all, clearly mention the problem.
Yeah, I think now you can stop your sharing. Stop sharing now.
Okay.
Yes, please explain. The first is the title. Second is your abstract. And the third one is your introduction. Introduction is all about. Please, can you please tell me what all the things should be coming under the
introduction is about the problem.
Yeah.
What is the problem, and then objective.
Yes.
And methodology.
Yes.
And the application, the result, and the application of the results.
Yes. So you have to start from a research background, a small introduction about your research topic, again, then importance of your study, you will be mentioning there, a research problem, research objectives, then a research significance. Okay. And finally, a structure of your report, entire research paper. Hope it is clear. Then can anybody tell me what should be the next? The next is literature review. You have to mention, you have to critically evaluate what all existing literatures are available right now related to your topic. You have to mention there. You have to mention these are the researchers who talked about related topics that you are presently highlighting. Your topic is this, principal safety, and other occupational safety, hazardous plants, and etc. Who all other researchers who contributed to this field that you have to mention, you have to write it. Okay. And this person has submitted this paper in this particular year on this particular topic. And they have discussed all the things, the findings are like this. You can simply mention this. You can look into various literature paper and how they have written the literature review in the particular papers. Have an idea from this. And research gap. Once you discuss many things contributed by other researchers related to your field, now the time under the literature review, you need to mention research gap. What is a gap in your paper? That what you are going to contribute concern to other researchers. Other researchers discussed these things, and what you are going to discuss. That is, you are particularly taking large planet and you are contributing out of your personal observation. So there comes a research gap. Other people have taken research gap in their paper. That is, they went to the plant and they discussed with this colleague or research, number of primary data they collected. But what you're going to do, you are taking number of research articles available and you are consolidating all the research article related to your topic. That itself is a research gap. You can simply mention, and is there any conceptual framework? You can note it down. You can also make a theoretical framework. What you're doing, is there any theoretical framework you can make it, or conceptual framework you can make it? That is very important. I know very well we are stepping into the research. Some of the terms may be new to you. Since already you have written a little elaborate paper, that's why I'm highlighting and explaining a little bit detail. So these points, make a research. We have 1 week time. just a small research on this topic. If you are better to make a paper little advanced, that will be really good. So under the literature review, you have to write review of a existing literature research. And the second one, research gap. And finally, you have to say a theoretical framework, a conceptual framework for your work. Then the fifth one, what you're gonna write is research methodology. What research design you're following. Okay, it is a qualitative or a quantitative or a mixed method. Can I ask you the question to Inam, which methodology you're following? It's not a quantitative because you are not taking qualitative, absolutely qualitative. So you have to mention what is a qualitative, why you choose qualitative method, because you have a lot of data available, and that is why you are choosing all the data, secondary databases. You are considering these data to answer your research objective. Okay, so from where, next one is data sources, from where you are taking. So different journals, publications, even government sources, you can also write it. Okay, then any limitations of your data, accessibility, that also you can mention on the research methodology. And you remember research onion, you remember research onion that we discussed. You can also write a research onion there, because you are explaining your research, explanatory research you are following. You're following qualitative analysis. You're taking longitudinal research, which means long-term data you are taking from 10 years or 20 years data you are taking and explaining here. So you're following a research onion, you can express in that way itself. Then coming to findings and discussion. Findings and discussion. What you will be doing here. Under the discussions, what all you discussed, what all you discussed, that you have to make it. Discussion, you have almost 3 important parameters you have given. I don't remember, some contractors you have written firstly.
Yes, correct.
And for the contractors, you have given strategy. At the same time, you have discussed the challenges. You can follow the same structure under the discussion, no problem. But it must be little explanatory. You must bring some more references for that, some more citation for this. Then that part is fine. Your discussion part is fine. Then you need to make, for your discussion, you have to classify the 3 as you have classified right now. Can you share your research paper once again, please?
Okay.
Okay, can you go to the discussion part? Yes.
This one?
Yes, you started from, okay, come down. Okay.
Oh, these are the
Yes, please. Before the starting. Yes, contractor safety. We will not use the word as we know. As we know, we can use in our conversation, in our speeches, but in the literatures, we won't use as we know, we will not. So it has been highlighted by a number of researchers, we can use that. Number of researchers mention or elucidated this point, we can mention like that. So contractor safety management is the first parameter for your discussion. Then come down. You can explain that contractor safety management. Next point is?
Next point is
your challenges and strategy. You discuss zero energy isolation. That is the next point for you. Then come down, the second parameter you discussed here. This picture is not apt, you can remove the picture. Any models or approaches, theory that if you are getting, you can add it. Okay, what about the particular theory about the contract, you can add it. Then confined space entry, that you can mention, no problem. But it's okay, a bulletin point is fine, but if you can bring more citation for this, that's also very good. See, whenever we are writing something, if you are referring other paper, this particular paper mentioned this, that is really good. Other papers highlights you can bring here, rather than explaining the same point by ourselves or from one website, you can bring their analysis and observation here. Okay, that is same, that is fine. So similarly, you have to conclude your paper Your summary of your paper, once again, your findings and insights, you'll be writing under the conclusion. Separate heading should be the conclusion. Your implications, again, you'll be discussing implications, your practical, managerial, policy implications of your research you'll be writing. Your recommendation should be there separately. And your final remarks, your own observations, broader significance of your research paper you'll be writing. Then coming to the references, what you have written, appendixes, any material, data, figure, tables, you can add it. That will be really good. Okay, any data you can get it from the government website or any Qatar Steel or whatever it is, you can just add it in under the appendix. And acknowledgement, if somebody is supporting for your research or any institution is supporting, or funding sources, that you can write it here, or any other co-authors, you can also write it here. Then author's biography, a small biography of authors about you have to simply mention there. If you are referring any Emerald journals, Emerald publications, you will be getting the best idea for this. Okay, now I wanted to bring, now you can stop sharing. I want to welcome Bala to share his presentation. Let's see.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Very valuable information.
Yeah, Bala is smiling. I don't know why he's smiling.
It's the same thing which I have given as a proposal on 28th March. I was just going through my emails, earlier emails.
Okay.
The same thing I will share now. May I share now?
Yeah, sure. You can.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
This is our module 3 actually.
Yes, research methodology, I remember.
Yeah. So the first task was comprehensive literature review with content analysis. So I think I can go to task number 2, which is yes, task 2 is the research proposal.
Once
so
again.
the first thing is research proposal. So what is the title? So introduction, significance of the research.
One second. I'm looking into. Okay, research proposal, mitigating carbon footprint in Asia, strategies, impact, innovations in the business administration. Okay, we can reframe the title. No need to write the business administration. I understand. Okay, we need to have a small abstract for this. Then you are starting with the introduction. Perfect.
Okay.
Under the introduction, significance of the research will come.
Introduction.
Okay, you can explain this then. It will be better for us to know.
Yeah, then significance of the research, then theoretical framework.
Very good.
So what are all the, neutral research-based view, all these resource immobility, strategic management of natural resources, environmental sustainability, competitive advantage and value creation. All these are coming under this. And then after that, the field theory, corporate social responsibility, environmental sustainability, social responsibility, ethical business conduct, stakeholder engagement, sustainable supply chain management, corporate governance and transparency. Research question. So
then
what are the
objectives?
So what are the objectives? What are the research questions? Then methodology.
Very good.
Then methodology, the research design, data collection methods like quantitative data collection, just what you have mentioned now. Then qualitative data. Under that, it may be through interviews, focus groups, participant observation, field notes, document analysis,
Yes,
diaries
that is
or
good.
journals like that.
That's
And
good.
then, then quantitative data collection.
Yes.
Quantitative, then that is through surveys, experiments, observational studies, tests and assessments,
Okay.
content analysis, biometric data collection, like that. Then the scope of research.
Mm-hmm. The scope of research will come after that. I think in the introduction part itself, it will come. Okay, no problem. Just
Okay.
please.
Okay. So the geographical focus, business sector focus, carbon mitigation strategies, impacts and outcomes, like that. So then coming to the part of what are the challenges,
Yes.
data availability, the research bias, complexity of factors, time constraints, ethical considerations, all this we have to explain. And data analysis methods, uh,
Okay.
thematic analysis or familiarization with the data, searching for themes, reviewing and defining themes, defining and flexibility, depth and detail, transparency and rigor. All this
Mm-hmm.
comes under this statistical analysis, descriptive statistics,
Yes.
factor analysis, cluster analysis, survival analysis, then justification of research design choices.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, took this mixed methods approach, data collection, analysis, integration, triangulation, sequential or concurrent design, then comprehensive understanding. All this comes under this part. Potential challenges and ethical considerations, with finally made the conclusion.
Okay, great. Got it. So here you have submitted a research proposal. That's why the discussions, findings, other things are missing from this. So it's only research proposal. You have mentioned about you are going through the primary data collections. So if you are framing a paper on the same topic, if you're interested, so there are a lot of things that we have to cover. For example, on the paper, yes, Inam has presented just before. He is lacking conceptual framework, research objectives and research questions that is there in your paper. And in the discussion, what he has given, that is missing in your paper. Inam is having discussion very well. That is lacking in Bala's paper. So how we can follow a structured research paper firstly? It's only developing stage. I know very, very well. I know very, very well. It takes time to know about it, but we have a short time in between. That's why just trying at the best to make a research paper from your side. So if we are looking into your paper, the same structure will be followed. I want to share you one paper. Let me take that paper for your idea. Just a second.
May I stop sharing?
You can stop sharing.
Thank you. But today we are only three, huh? We are two.
Yes, everyone will come to the online. Shashikumar already informed about,
Okay.
but he thought like he's a little busy with some of the work. That's
Yes,
why.
yes.
Employee English performance. Study, consider thematics. Yes. Okay. Are you able to see this paper right now? Let me share. Are you able to see this paper now?
Yes, right.
Yeah. I didn't download it. That's just a second whether I'm able to download it or not. Okay, I hope you can see this anyway. Just giving you some idea about the paper. This paper is a concept of a competence, a thematical review and discussion. Are you seeing this?
That's right.
Okay, we can also write a small concept, we can take it. We don't need to go for a larger topic in the beginning. So taking a small concept, competency, that's only we are taking. You can also think about it, safety, organizational safety, no problem. Simple a topic, that's only. Then what they are writing, the paper aims to demonstrate historical evolution of competency, significance, and etc. They're discussing in detail what all the theorists talked about competency and etc. Okay, they're writing the findings, design, and research implication, originality and value. This is in this model. This is the Emerald paper. So they have written abstract in this structure because Emerald publications are following this way. That's why. Then writing a small introduction. What is our topic? This topic is all about
Competence.
competency. Then started from discussing about the competency in detail. Theoretically, they are writing. Then bringing their own viewpoint, historical development of the competency, the concept. How competency have evolved. Bringing number of research paper, explaining with the help of the research paper here. Yes, I believe you can see now where, oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, now you are able to see very well, I believe.
Yes, right.
Oh my God, it's gone again.
Oh, it's like.
So what they are writing, that is important. Concept of competence, they are writing in different ways. There's only a thematical review. They're bringing from the old concept. They are making a table. These people from the 1959, they're explaining what is competency. The meaning they have given. Different people have brought this kind of meaning for the competency. They're making a table. Now bringing table in the research paper will be really good. See, from they started 1956, they started. Then they have discussed about the types of competency. Then bringing this, how the competence and competency has interchangeably used it. And a small framework they have explained here. Different types of competency, functional competency, social competency, meta competency. See, and they also framed a small framework, competency, visible and soft knowledge, and how this is related to each other. Some of the model given by the people they have also shared here. So from this, what idea we can generate? They conclude this paper. This paper is having high value in this market because they discuss about everything about the employee competency. Then they shared this paper. See, they discuss when it has been evolved and what is a competency, what other researchers are talking about the competency, different types of competency. They concluded with their own observation. Okay, so in the paper Inam has shared here, you have added some your own personal observation. Similarly, for every paper there will be their own observation, no doubt. So another paper I want to share here, a very simple one, very simple paper.
So it was just a brief and detailed explanation of a topic.
Yes, absolutely. So let me share this paper. See, are you able to see this one? The title,
Yes.
Human Resource Management Practices as an antecedent of employee competency. Okay. As antecedents of employee. This is secondary paper, evidence from the banking industry. Okay. So here, human resource management, HRM as an antecedents. They started from abstract. See, abstracts they have written because they have taken 325 employees from the market banking sector. They're explaining it. But all we discussed in relating to INAM paper, it is here in this paper. Like they are looking into investigating the paper. They're writing small objective, implications, research background, everything under the abstract. They come to the introduction, giving a small background of the paper, writing little theory. They're writing here what is the implication of the paper. They're writing here, see, are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
But I told you, right, under the introduction, we'll be writing a small structure of the paper. Yes, first we present a theoretical discussion, then a detailed account of the research methodology, then analysis and result and discussion, then findings. This is the in introduction, we'll be writing these things. Then come into the theory and hypothesis development. This is instead of research objectives and research a question, they are detailing it. What is their hypothesis? Mostly in every, whether it is secondary or primary research paper, there will be a hypothesis we'll be developing. Hypothesis means an assumption which will help us to lead our research article. So they are explaining major keywords here. See, human resource management practices for principal safety and occupational safety. You have to explain in the literature review part. And recruitment and selection. See, HRM antecedents means we discuss in the HRM module number of things. Under the HRM, these things comes very important. Training and development. Are you able to see this? Recruitment and
Yes, sir.
selection, training and development. Then performance appraisal, employee involvement. These 5 important HRM antecedents the student has taken. Then in Indian scenario, they are explaining, context they are explaining here. Then they're also discussing about the competency, self-competency, social competency, and team competency. They have taken the 3 competency and explaining from where they have taken this competency. So once again, the research topic is they are looking into HRM antecedents with employee competency. Okay. So how they frame the conceptual framework, you will be able to understand. See? Under the HRM, they have taken recruitment and selection, employee involvement, performance appraisal, training and development. Okay. Then they are checking all the things with the competency. They have taken 3 competency only. There are a lot of competency other, but particular researcher has taken only 3 competency. This is based on the banking sector. That's why. So they are checking recruitment and selection is having any impact with the self-competency or social competency or team competency. And employee involvement activities are helping for these competency. Performance appraisal system prevailing the organization is supporting this competency. Training and development is helping to improve self, social, and team competency. On the basis of this, they have framed this hypothesis. You can just have a look on this hypothesis. RNS research, recruitment selection significantly related to employee self and competency. This is relating into the competency or not. That is a hypothesis. Okay. Then they're trying to find out everything through the methods and measurement. We are explaining under the research methodology from where we have taken employee competency, which researchers we have used here. There are a number of research articles he has cited. So he was telling, see, recruitment selection, this person has explained. See, he adopted a scale from Demo et al. Training and development, he adopted from this person. Performance appraisal, he used a scale because he framed a questionnaire. This question has taken from this person. Employee involvement, the same person, Demo. And self-competency, he has taken from Swan 1995. Team competency, he has taken from this person. And social competency, he has taken certain elements from this person. Okay, then he is analyzing from the help of various tools and techniques that we'll be discussing later. So he has checked into number of analysis for these elements. You can see these are the major variables for this research paper. Finally, he concluded result and dimensions, then finding into the theoretical contribution, managerial implication, limitations of research, conclusions. These things we have already discussed it. And I already told to Inam paper, right? Funding, from where we are getting the funding. We're also mentioning
Yes.
about the researchers. Who are the researchers who have contributed this paper? We are little bit writing a profile about this paper. They have given this ID. If you're clicking this ID, we'll be coming to know what all these person, what are the contribution, etc. Then references. Completed this paper. This is primary data analysis. So what I want to conclude, writing a research paper, it will take, obviously, it will take some time, but we wanted to have an idea. That's only I shared this before we are going for writing our thesis. You know, from the thesis also, we can write a number of papers. Once we submit our thesis, on the progress of our thesis, we can write a research paper. Research paper is very mandatory during the time of our thesis. That's why I'm developing you into that progress. So I hope you got at least some structure, right? What should be
Yes,
the
sir.
structure of a primary research and conceptual paper? And for that, what you have to do, this coming week, spend some time, at least 2 hours time, look on how a conceptual papers are being framed, okay, and how a theoretical papers are framed or conceptual papers are being framed, and how the secondary papers are being prepared. Secondary right now I've shown you. Now you focus on primary paper. Secondary paper, which means data we are using conceptual papers. I have shown you a competency-based paper, right? Thematical evaluation about a competency-based review I have shown you just before. They are taking from the evolution. They're writing different research articles and different references they are bringing into the paper. For you right now, what you can do is all about a theoretical paper, and take 10 or 15 theoretical paper related to your field, what you wanted to write, downloaded it. Inam has done, I have seen when you are screen share it. That is a way how we can develop writing. Write down and download the related research paper, almost 20 to 25. Then look into how they have written. What is the research gap in that research, in the paper? Then we have to start writing into this. Okay, and now I'm just waiting to send you your assignment for the last modules. Just waiting for others to submit it. That's why I don't want to give burden for others as well. That's why just wait for 1 or 2 days or 3 days most. Or this week you can expect this assignment questions. One assignment question you can expect it. And next week we'll be starting the introduction of our entire thesis and how we have to start and how we should frame our title. We are empty right now.
Yeah.
Where we have to start, how to start, which topic we should frame. Number of question comes to our mind. Journey will be starting with a very simple. We have enough time to frame our topic and to frame our structure of this lump of even the time. I can tell you research topic title, it will take a long time because we need to read a lot of literature reviews. We need to know whether the topic is relevant and practical, whether we can contribute to the people or not. That's very important. So we will discuss everything, how we are proceeding and how we have to meet every week basis with an outcome. Everything we'll discuss in the next session. So now I wanted to conclude. My battery is going to down. Is only 9%. Sometimes it may be off. So I want to conclude today's session. I also wanted to bring to the attention of other researchers. They didn't discuss the paper today because they're absent. So what we are going to do next time, they will be asking them to present their papers as well, so they can be also better ready. since we have already discussed the papers of Inam and Bala, also asked to incorporate many things. Yeah, other researchers who are watching these recordings can incorporate all these changes and present the next time. Even if you can make the changes in your papers for the next week, you can also do that. So I would like to wind up the today's session, and we'll be meeting the next week with all the structures and everything related to the thesis writings. So thank you so much for joining. At least we have
Thank you
two
so much.
people today, and we'll meet with everyone's participants for the next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Inshallah.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you.